Yesterday, I got this in the mail. This is call sign Longbow's Ghost. It's 3 3/4 O-ring style figure, similar to that of Delta 17. Really enjoying collecting these new O-ring lines, and this is another new line. Only one figure out so far. It was, I think it was a Kickstarter or some kind of crowdfunding. And they have more on the way, but this is the first one that came out. I missed out on the Kickstarter, so I was able to get this from Skeletron. And yeah, here he is. I have him out of package. I actually bought 2, but I also picked up some other things from call sign Longbow. These invisible stands, which is just clear plastic stands, and issue 1 of their comic, which came out last year. I'm not sure when issue 2 will come out, but here it is. The story takes place in the mid to late 80s, kind of around the Cold War time. But yeah, I haven't read the comic yet, but looking forward to it. Also looking forward to this Robo Skull that I did back, so hopefully that comes in soon. Here's the stands and the packaging, very retro. I like the look of it. You have this little box, not box art, just art, package art. It says steel web there, and very retro feel to the packaging. Collect Longbow, Soviet, steel web, and enemy weapons and figures. Let's take out the stands. I already cut this open, as you can see, but you get, I'm not sure how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 stands. I'm assuming the same amount, but you can see they are a little branded. Grindstone Toys is who makes them. Let's put that aside. Take a look at Ghost packaging. My second copy. Love the art, and I love these. It's like a throwback to the 80s, just like how they feature some kind of, or point out some feature of the figure. With G.I. Joe, it's like Kung Fu grip. This one says new swivel wrist battle grip. On the back, you can see other figures that are coming up in this line. So this is a deluxe figure, and these are the regular ones. Over here you can see his bio if you want to pause it to read it. And yeah, very cool. Let's put this aside. Take a look at his accessories. He comes with this clear shield. In the bio it's supposed to reflect light, so I guess if he's behind it, it makes him invisible. It's not completely translucent. It kind of reminds me of those lenticular cards. If there was an image on here, it would change or something, but it has those lines molded into them. He comes with his backpack, hollow inside, but very 80s like. This melee weapon, his pistol or his rifle, and a stand. Now, just one thing quick about the rifle. It looks high-tech, like sci-fi-ish, even though it takes place in the 80s. The faction that this guy belongs to supposedly have all the high-tech stuff. Let's take a look at Ghost up close. Very cool looking figure. It is a retro O-ring style, so the articulation-wise, you're gonna pretty standard with O-ring figures, except for the fact that the modern O-rings like this one and Delta 17, you can rotate the wrists, which to me is a big deal because it helps with posing weapons in a much more believable way. The head is a ball, but it doesn't have a lot of motion to it. It's like really tight. Not sure why. But the head is a pretty cool head sculpt. Kind of wish the mouthpiece here was painted as well, but yeah, that's okay. I like the fact that they paint the rivets, unlike the new Super 7 O-ring, which are not painted, which is really a disappointment, especially since they're new. They should use more modern techniques, like painting them. And of course, would have been better if Super 7 also did the wrist articulation and used ball heads. But yeah, looks good all around. Now, from what I understand, this is supposed to be able to clip on to here. I don't know if it's just my copy, but it doesn't clip, and I'm afraid if I force it in, because this piece is so thin, it might snap. So you know, that's probably the biggest negative of this figure. But let's get his gear on. Get his gun. Oh, one more thing. You're supposed to be able to store this on the back somehow. I think, yeah, right here. So if you wanted to store his shield, have him carry it, you can. But he will be back heavy. Let's get the shield on his hand. And there you go. Here is Ghost, ready to go. I get that this was probably meant to be used on both arms, but he kind of just doesn't really hold the shield well. I guess you can kind of make it so, but yeah. Very cool looking figure. As you can see, he does look... Hey, this is a cool effect. He does look invisible. Like, sort of. Like, if you go, like... So, the shield is kind of covering his thigh, but, yeah. I mean, you can barely see it, but it's not completely see-through as if, you know... Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little gimmick here. But yeah, he kind of does look invisible in a way. Hey, I'm going to play with this a bit more because I kind of want to see how good this actually is. So here he is. Yeah, you can't really see him. I mean, definitely distorts what's behind than if you had something like a completely translucent shield. So yeah, has that 80s toy gimmick feel. Look, it's invisible. Let's get his melee weapon on. Unfortunately, yeah, it would have been cool if the melee weapon could fit well, but I guess you can do this to fit everything on. Oh, I just learned something. This thing, is this removable? Yeah. Oh, look. Yes, landmines. So 2 of them that are removable. Did not know that. Okay. Here he is. He'll need the stand, the figure stand, to be able to stand, like so. But here he is with his weapons and his shield. Very cool looking line. I just love the O-ring style figures. It's so nostalgic, and I don't know. It's just having new ones in this format. It's just a really cool thing for me. So there are some other upcoming O-ring lines. One is a ninja line. I'll put a link to the description instead of find it, but it's on BBTS. Probably might buy a few of those figures, but it's just really cool to have this standardized action figure construction and various companies making figures for it. yeah, looking forward to the rest of the Longbow line. As you can see back here, like you have Scott Lancer, Vok, Uptown. Very cool looking designs, very 80s. Yeah, that ninja guy looks pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully the rest come in soon. I know this Kickstarter ended in 2022, so it is very late, but I'm hoping they get over their production issues and can get these out, well, the rest of the line out in a timely manner. Anyway, that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Oh, oops.